about social media impact into a company's reputation, and specifically I'm going to present this new project that I've been working the last 2 years and a half, where it really is directly related to how companies can use the social media, and in particular this social network, to show, to manage, to improve their reputation. This is intended to empower people, to give opinions, to give ratings, and for companies, this social network gives a possibility to really gain new business, but just to human companies. I will tell you why. So the first thing to say is that social networks as a whole represents probably the most important phenomenon in the internet, more than e-commerce, more than any other internet new thing that we are using every day. Actually, 1/7 of the global population are in Facebook, so that means that probably some of you or all of you will be in Facebook as well. This means that we really have the need to be connected, to have friends, to show ourselves to the others. So the social network is the best tool to really interconnect people. The last interviews about that, the latest statistics says that at least 7 out of 10 internet users are involved in at least one social network. Probably now it's more than that. 9 out of 10 marketers, marketing responsibles, really use the social networks to provide information about their companies. So it's not only the people who is in there, but the companies are aware that they have to be in social networks. And actually social networks now are the preferred channels to communicate with companies. In the old days, it used to use the forums, blogs and all that. Now, every day is born new social networks all around the world. It could be horizontal networks, it could be vertical, specialized in certain sectors, but the social network as a concept, the social media channels are really a phenomenon that is all over the world, and everybody's using that now. So this means that the social reputation of companies is really generated in social media. We're talking about the market sentiment. My colleagues will be actually retrieving such different information for so many different sites, blogs and all of that. But when talking about social reputations, about how people think about companies, now the core of that is in social networks, which is being told about a certain company in Facebook and Twitter, in so many different places, that really now, more than ever, companies need to be there if they want to know what is going on. And this takes me to the point to speak about the corporate social responsibility, which is one of the big issues related to market sentiment. I remember in the old days, 2004, 2005, when we as a consultant was speaking to clients to say, hey, you need to be where the people are, which is in social networks, in the internet. And the old guys, the CEOs, the presidents and all that say, well, I don't want to open a fan page in Facebook to let people speak about me and to say negative opinions about me. And what we were saying is that, but don't worry about that, because people is already telling you things or speaking about you. But the thing is that you don't care or you don't know. But people is already speaking in many places. So I think it's better for you to let people speak on your face, in your page, on Facebook, on Twitter, wherever. And this has taken time, but now everybody knows that you need to be speaking with people, because if not, the only thing you are doing is hiding the truth of people who is giving opinions about you. So the online reputation and the online crisis, online reputation crisis, are really something that now companies are very much aware of, and actually they are spending a lot of money in knowing what is being told about them. And that's why this kind of market sentiment tools are really important to know what people is thinking about. So now corporate social responsibility is no longer an option, but an emphatically and indisputably a must-do. Everybody knows, and if you don't know it, you really have a problem that your social responsibility lies or has to be told to the market in these kind of platforms. And if you don't want to, or if you don't manage accurately the sentiment that is being managed in the market, you are going to have a really big problems in terms of reputation. So this is due to the fact that people now has the power. The technology has given the people the power to communicate, to give assessments, to rate, and everybody knows as well that we really rely on other people, even the people we don't know, about what are the comments, if they want to select a hotel or whatever other thing. I don't care very much about what is the company telling me. I really take care much more about what other people is telling about this company, this hotel. So that means that now, in this new internet paradigm, in this new social media driven society, people has the power, and the Humans Network exactly has been created to empower people to move companies to do things well. So this is the last survey about how people uses social media and how people want to use it. 31% of global consumers believe business should change the way they operate. This is related to corporate social responsibility. Now more than ever in history, people, all of us, are awakening and do not want anymore to stand with unfair behaviors, with no behaviors that really are aligned with our own values. So, as a company, whether it is a financial industry company or whatever other sector, you don't only have to focus on selling your products and trying to convince people that your products or services are the best ones, but now, every day more and more, you need to demonstrate to clients and prospects that you are a social company in terms of how much do you pay back to society all of the benefits you get. Because people every day is more and more conscious about how companies behave. So social reputation is becoming a social and a human reputation. And this is why the Humans Network arises now to provide these kind of tools to all consumers. So companies can really use the CSR as a differentiator element. Look at that, 91% of global customers are likely to switch brands to one associated with a good cause, giving a comparable prices and quality. So if you have different companies giving more or less the same trade-off between quality and price, people is much more likely to select that company that really demonstrates that they're fair with clients, with providers, with employees. So we require companies to have a good standard in terms of corporate social responsibility. And actually, consumers, all of us, 88%, nearly 9 in 10, feel a responsibility to purchase products they think are socially and environmentally responsible. This is growing and growing. This survey has been taken about along 10,000 people all over the world, and in countries like Brazil or China, is even more the percentage of people who really claims for selecting those companies that really and truly offers products and services that has been manufactured or which practices are in line with customers' values. So our commitment is so clear in that respect that 90% of global consumers declare that if they learn of a company's irresponsibility or deceive business practice, they will stop. I mean, we are talking about the willing of people to boycott certain companies if it's clear that they are not doing well. Because at the end of the day, in real terms, the only way to change companies' behavior, if they are not doing well, is affecting their P&L. The only way to change the behavior of a company like Goldman Sachs, for example, which is one of the most loved companies in the world, is just affecting their P&L, because you can't claim, you can't say that they have been selling toxic products, but the only way that Goldman Sachs or many others can change the way they do business, if all of us, or the people who is buying the products, in this case institutions, stop buying that. So I, as a client, that I'm a retail client, I could know which are the products manufactured or created by certain companies, and then I can take my own decisions in my daily basis. So the humansnetwork.com is the new social and human network that empowers people to rate companies according to their corporate social responsibility. I used to work for Standard & Poor's, the famous Standard & Poor's. In those days, and all the time people claim that this kind of companies, and many others, gives an opinion about the market, it moves the market, financial markets, and we, as clients, as customers, as whatever, we don't have an idea about that, we can't do anything about that. So now, in the Humans Network, people has the power to rate. All of us can rate companies. We can rate public entities. We can rate organizations. We can rate politicians. Because here the power is in our hands. So if you create your profile in the Humans Network, your human profile of a company, and everybody starts to talk about that, to send claims, to send questions, and the company does not respond at all, and finally everybody is giving a rating as inhuman, or very much inhuman, I can assure you this is going to be so much an important factor for the social reputation of this company, that this company will take some kind of decisions in terms of how they behave. So here, the raters are people. Our aim is to become a worldwide thermometer which reflects people, opinions, and human ratings on companies according to their social and human perspective. This is a platform created exactly to wrap all of the market sentiment, to bring all of our willings, our needs to really change things, to really force changes in society in terms of how we can select companies, organizations, politicians that really think that the most important is people. Actually, our slogan is, because what matters most is people. So now, as a society, the world is really moving around God, which is money. Money is in the center, and all of us are moving around. The Humans Network intends to change that perspective, and among us, among all, change that point of view to say the most important thing are people, and all of the products, services, all of the things that companies and everybody is providing, first should be taking care about people, and then they will be having money because of that. Not like now that we have a lot of examples that the first and unique goal of companies is gaining money. It doesn't matter who you have to not to respect. So, what we ask to companies, what we ask to people is, what about you? Are you human as a company? Are you human as a person? Because if you are human, you have to be in. And if you are not in, you are not human. So the first thing we do when you register here is give you a badge, the same way as other platforms like Foursquare gives you a major or whatever. That is because you will go to a bar and take a lot of drinks. People like to have your major, and it's good. That's for fun. Here, people, companies, everybody's not coming for fun. Here, we are coming to change things, to change the world. So the first thing we are going to give you is your I'm in. I'm proud to be part of the Humans Network. And if you help us to spread out all of this philosophy, You will be our friend. You will be our angel. All of this, more than a social network, this is really a human movement. Actually, the company that is behind this is called the Humans Movement. So I invite you all individually and to your companies to be part of this global human movement with intent to really change things. So today, I have the pleasure to announce here in the London Stock Exchange that we officially launch the new social network that is going to change the world. And this is going to happen because of you. It's because all of you will be here supporting this human movement. So in not so many time, this will become a must to everybody to be in here. Because if not, well, whatever you're an individual or a company or an organization, if somebody looks for you in Google or whatever search engine, and they've got your social profile in Facebook, your Twitter, your LinkedIn, whatever, but if you don't appear and you don't have your human profile, what should be your most important profile, nobody's going to be taking care of you, nobody's going to be interested in knowing you, and nobody is going to be interested in buying your products and services. So, welcome to all of you. You're invited. This Thursday, we launch it in Spain, and this Thursday will be completely translated into English, sorry for that. But it will be this Thursday completely up and running to start changes the world altogether. Thank you.